Hello and good evening, everybody. Whoa! Cheers right away. Thank you for the gems. We are 20 Sides to Every Story, and it is Friday night, so we're playing D&D with some of the folks that support the channel, and we're cracking open the newest thing. We've got Candlekeep Mysteries, and we're going to be playing through the first adventure inside here. If this is your first time checking us out, either here on Twitch or on YouTube, please do flip around to the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/20 Sides to Every Story, so that you can follow us and see these things when they're happening live. But then you're, of course, on the flip side, if you're watching us here on Twitch and you want to see some of the other stuff that we got going on, you can check that out at youtube.com/20 Sides to Every Story. So, the players kind of know this little background, but we'll lay it out there for the audience. These 6 characters here are all have all been hired by a dwarf, a member of the Emerald Enclave named Olaf Eberhardt, and they have been sent to Candlekeep to find and consult with a sage named Matrius. And the reason for this is that the Emerald Enclave has become really concerned about a blight that seems to have afflicted the walled-off farming community of Golden Fields. The Temple Farm seems to have fallen to this. They believe it's some kind of a curse, and that is why they're trying to reach out to Matrius. He is known to be a scholar who specializes in such things, curses and kind of unnatural phenomenon like that. And so they're hoping that they could reach out to him to find out what a solution to this problem. They have spent a lot of effort, the magics of the druids, trying to undo and reverse this trend that they're seeing. And they've been doing so to no avail. Even the grains in the fields have been withering. The stores in the granaries have been spoiled. And so it's very pervasive. They've sent letters and missives to Candlekeep to try to make contact with him, but they haven't heard anything back. And so that is where you all have kind of come into play. And so your goal from their perspective is to find him and try to get him to maybe come with you and come back to Golden Fields so that you can together maybe deal with this problem. You've all been traveling together. It's morning time as our story is picking up, and you're traveling along the way of the Lion, which is really the only road that leads out to Candlekeep. And you're getting to the point right now where you're able to see the tower peaks of Candlekeep cresting over the horizon. And continuing forward, you begin to take in the entirety of the citadel as it stands atop a rocky crag overlooking the Sea of Swords. The silhouette of the Great Library is truly breathtaking to observe. Your senses are kind of overwhelmed taking that sight in. You can hear the crashing of the waves of the ocean kind of all around you, and up above you've got the flight of the seagulls kind of acting as heralds, cawing as you are making your way closer to the land bridge that would connect the mainland to the gates of Candlekeep up ahead. And so right here at this point, I think, is where we're going to we'll give you all a chance, the players here, to introduce themselves. I don't have a question or an RP question or anything kind of set up for you just today, so just give us your name, class, race, and tell us whatever you want to about your character. Who are we seeing as you're approaching Candlekeep? And I think we'll start right here with Nixie Gemshine.
Okay. Hi, I'm Isaac. I'll be playing Nixie Gemshine. Nixie is a tiefling barbarian, and she seems at the moment to be a bit kind of excited to be going to to Candlekeep. She's heard many things about it, and she didn't seem too excited about, you know, fighting and whatnot. But as soon as she found out about Candlekeep, she just was overwhelmed. She has been keeping to herself, but she is definitely ecstatic and overjoyed to kind of, the closer you get, the more excited she seems to be as she kind of hums to herself along the way. She is pretty well built for a tiefling. She carries a great axe on her back, and just a number of things in her bag that she kind of fiddles with from time to time.
Very cool. Next up, we have Aggie Karn.
Hi, I'm Dusty. I will be playing Aggie Karn, and I'm really excited to come to Candlekeep. I've been doing children's library work for so long, and I love children's library work. And there's this one character who I really am excited to live out her adventures in reality. And so as we're walking up, I can tell you all about this great young adult novel with a group of 7 people, but one of them always is gone anyway, and they go on these big adventures, and we're going to have a big adventure too. And then I'm going to write a book about it and have my own children's book, which I'm real excited about. But also I'm going to take good care of you all, because it's important that we take good care of each other. And occasionally I might play my kazoo, which looks shockingly like a pan flute, but it's a kazoo.
Very nice. Next up, we have Tally Fallbloom.
I'm Ed. I'm playing Tally Fallbloom. Tally is a halfling wearing scale mail and carrying a shield that is emblazoned with the symbol of a cornucopia overflowing with harvested goods that some may recognize as the holy symbol of Yandala, the mother of the halfling pantheon. And Tally is a cleric and is also excited to be traveling. She has explained to some of the group that while Yandala is known for being the goddess of the hearth and harvest, there's a lesser known pillar of her worship that is curiosity. And curiosity is vitally important to Yandala and to the halfling people. And that's the part of her teaching that really speaks to me. So I'm excited to be visiting this library where curiosity can be rewarded so heartily.
Awesome, thank you. I'm gonna butcher the name, but Pinocchiorth.
You did an excellent job.
Okay.
So I'm Maureen, and I am playing Pinocchiorth, who is a half-elven bard. Hasn't been doing much barding of late. So I'm not excited to be on this journey. I have very little hope that we'll actually find what we're looking for. What I am hoping to find is the opportunity to once again hold a book, not worry about whether or not it's got a secret message, to get out from where I'm at right now, trapped between Harpers and Moonstars and their endless bickering about the state of the world. And maybe, just maybe, if I find the right book, I'll be able to change everything back and go back to where I started from. But I don't really care about Golden Fields or what happens to them.
Awesome, thank you. Next up, we got. I just want to say this name with enthusiasm every time I see it. Johnny Britches.
I'm Johnny Britches. My name's Chris, and I'm playing Johnny Britches. He's a human rogue. He is dressed up as much as his lifestyle allows. He's thinks very much of himself, as you can see by all of the daggers along his belt and the unnecessary buckles on everything, and he just kind of walks tall for no apparent reason. So, but he's excited to go to Candlekeep because he is sure he's going to find some real items that he can take with him.
Next up, we have Carter.
Hi, I'm Scott. I'm calling in from Parts Unknown, which is currently a highly trafficked stretch of Interstate 95. And I'm playing Carter, who's he appears dressed in a nice martial-type outfit, a bit overly flamboyant, the kind of person you might see trying to entertain people with stories in a pub. But for the entire trip, he's also had a book sort of stuck to his hand. Not open, just like stuck to his hand, that he seems to be really concerned about. And has generally been trying not to talk much, as though he's scared of what he might say and what might happen when he doesn't.
All right. So that is the cast of characters for the evening, and like I said, you have all just gathered basically within eyeshot of Candlekeep. You could see the Citadel is kind of tiered a bit, but you could see the many towers even from your vantage point kind of rising up over the wall and the gates up ahead. There's basically like a land bridge in between you and the gates, and you all know, and you've all come prepared to maybe varying degrees, that up there, once you get close to the gates, the Avowed, the monks of Candlekeep, will likely greet you at the gate and take stock of what offerings you have brought. For anybody that wishes to enter Candlekeep needs to bring a book, a journal, something inscribed in ink on parchment, something that the Avowed will accept. Doesn't need to have far reach or influence. It doesn't need to have a lot of significance necessarily, but ideally something that they don't already have somewhere in the Great Library. In very rare occasions, they may accept a copy of or a duplicate of something if it is of extreme value, but such occurrences are very rare. And so you're all standing kind of across the way on the opposite end of that land bridge, and I'll let you if you're wanting to have some discussion or talk or make a plan for what you might do once you get to the gate and beyond. That is up to you here at this point.
Well, do you think we all go at once, or do we go one at a time? I mean, they need to look at each of our books. Do we just should one of us go? Should we all go? What are your books?
When in doubt, single file's probably our best bet. One at a time,
Books?
in line behind each other. You don't have a book?
I mean, I got something, but I was just going to give them these candles. I thought maybe they were just like needing as many candles as they can get in this place.
Oh, because they keep them. I get it.
Oh, good Lord.
Does your box of candles have like instructions that come with it about like how to light them? Maybe they need like instruction guides for how to use candles.
Oh no, I did bring a document. I was at what you might call a museum, and I saw a certain document, and I was like, that writing is very familiar to me. Perhaps I could make a real fine duplicate, and well, I would share it with the Candlekeep folks here. Maybe they want some candles with it, though. I'm just saying, I brought candles.
Can I take a look?
Yeah. And it is, I don't actually know what it says because it's in a different language, but it is essentially some kind of declaration of sovereignty from a city I was in once, and I was like, ain't that a pretty thing? And well, I just made one for myself, thinking that these candle keepers might want it. I'm
fairly certain that nobody has the book that I have, as if they did, it would probably have been there. There's only one. At least that's what's written inside of it. That there's only one. So I think I've got the right book for them. I just kind of need to get in there to get rid of it. Really looking forward to not having this thing around anymore.
This been out in your hand the entire trip, and I kind of wondered about a lot of things like how'd you eat, how'd you drink, how'd you do other things you might need your hands for.
The other thing that's been very difficult, which makes eating also sort of something I've just avoided. But yeah, I just need to get to wherever they are that makes this thing become their problem and not mine.
Wow.
Probably shouldn't tell him that.
I was thinking the same thing, Nissa. Nissy? Nixie. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, hi. And
Yeah.
Nixie, you would see Nixie holding it's almost like a leather bound like portfolio, and she just has it kind of close to her heart. She's just smiling, looking to the candle to the keep.
What did you bring, Nixie? Do you want to show the rest of us? It's nice to share with the class. No, not the class, the group.
Oh, okay. And she would go ahead and open it up, and it would be the world-renowned, famous bard Ziggy Lauper. It'd be a signed copy, and she'd have it there. And you think maybe this will get me in?
Sounds great, Nixie.
Really?
Yeah. I love it.
Okay. I hope so.
Gnocchi. You go by Gnocchi, right?
Gnocchi, yes.
Gnocchi.
Gnocchi.
Did you bring a pasta related item?
You could say that. I brought a recipe of sorts with me.
For gnocchi?
You could say that. So you can take a look at it if you like. I don't know that you'll be able to read it. Just don't lose it, because it's the only piece of written work that I have with me at the moment.
Ooh, I want to see.
I'll take it and hold it so that others can see. What language is it in?
It's in alien script, and you can't read it because even in alien script, it's in code. But it does look like it's organized somewhat like a recipe.
Does it have a long story about the recipe that you have to scroll and like page through to
blog
get
post.
the actual?
Very, yes,
yeah, to find it.
beautiful graphic design of what it should look like. But it's very difficult to tell because I've smudged all of the pictures of what it should look like with my fingers.
So it sounds like the party is looking to maybe not exactly sure what's the logistics of this whole thing. Little sketchy, not exactly sure what to expect, but you got a general sense. And so as you all cross over to the other side and make your way to the crag, and you could see the double the gates, the double doors of the gate open up, and you are greeted by 5 of the monks, those that are called the Avowed, that are here to greet you. They wear sort of a purple vestments with a cowl. It all is kind of golden trimmed. But besides that, they're very kind of plain looking, although one of them has a book in hand and a quill. But the one in the center seems to step forward just a little bit in front of the others. And human man sort of has like a bit of a baby face, very smooth. Either that or he's an excellent shaver. But kind of a plain looking, short trimmed haircut. And he's just kind of, with very little emotion, just kind of gazing at the 6 of you. And cocking his head back and forth. And he says, Welcome to Candlekeep. My name is Gate Warden Callan. I presume that you have your tokens to gain admittance. Let's see them.
I will open up my bag and pull out a sheaf of various pieces of paper. They all look like they're scraps taken from different things, but they're just covered in writing. And hand them out to him. They're sort of wrapped up in butcher paper with just like probably 150, 200 pages that are all mismatched, and hold them out. Here you go.
Is this all part of the same volume?
Yes. Yes. The volume is a stretch. It's all part of the same thing.
Okay, part of the same thing. Can you give me a rundown of what particular thing? I've had a lot of playwrights. It looks a little like that. Is this just like disorganized thoughts, or?
Oh no! This is my analysis of the teachings of Yondala and all of the evidence within of the importance of curiosity to her worship. She's only ever referred to as a hearth and harvest, and I think that that's an oversight. And this is my life's work on deciphering those teachings and showing that that's not all there is to it.
It's an interesting premise for a paper, but I have to ask, why are they not numbered?
Well, I just put them in order as I wrote them.
Oh. Well, maybe this is a part of the first teaching, because I am very curious about why you would organize them in this way. And
See.
Mark that down. And he hands it to one of the attendants, and you can see the one with the book, and the quill is like, kind of like, trying to take down everything that you just said in order to make it an accurate record of what you've donated. They then ask you for your name.
Oh, Tally Fallbloom.
Tally. Okay. All right. Your donation has been found worthy. You may progress inside. Are you going to need a guide?
No. It'll be more fun to find my way myself.
Nixie dear, do you want to go next? You don't have to if you're not ready.
Let me just say goodbye. She's gonna go turn around. Okay. You've got me here. Okay. She's gonna go and walk up and hold it and turn around and go, does this work? And it's the image of Ziggy Lauper, the world-renowned bard.
You can see Kaylin's eyes get real big. Whoa. Is this an authentic copy of Ziggy? This is an authentic signature?
Yeah, he gave it to me himself.
Were you at the concert in '78?
Yeah, that's where I got it. Yeah, I was a little girl, but yeah, I was there. Changed
You can
my
see.
life.
It is more of a illustration than it is a piece of writing, but the signature is there, and I really want it. What was your name?
Nixie.
Okay, Nixie.
Gemshine.
Put that down, Nixie, and
Nixie.
maybe just
Nixie.
Nixie.
Okay.
And you see him. He takes the photograph, and he's just like, he looks at the person that he handed the previous bounty to, and he just kind of rolls it up and tucks it into his cloak. I'll get this to him personally.
Okay. And she doesn't know what to do, so she bows and then walks in.
Hey guys, I've just started rethinking about this, and I may need your help. So, can I go next so that you're still here in case this doesn't work out?
Well, I can't come back out because I don't have another book.
Yeah, Johnny Bridges will help you out. Let's go in together. Maybe I need a little help getting in here.
Yeah, maybe there's a 2-for-1 for you.
All right, yeah, all right. Go ahead. I'll be right behind you.
And I'll bring up the rear.
So I'm going to kind of stroll up them, and I extend my left hand holding the book within it, and I go, I have this, but I don't know if I can give it to you.
Well, I don't know if I can let you in if you don't give it to me.
Well, I'd like you to take it. I just don't know if I can give it. And that probably is going to take some explanation.
Yeah, please explain.
So this is the treasury of verse and rhyme. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it is a treasury. It magically has money within it. And if you write a proper verse or a proper rhyme, a coin appears inside your hand that's holding the book. And you're only allowed to do it once.
So you need this person. So then he has like the person on the other wing of the V here of monks comes over and he says, why don't you write a rhyme in there? And he says, he picks up a quill and he opens up your book that's in your palm and he writes down, the man's story was very long, but it does not seem to be wrong.
And I feel a small press of a tiny half copper piece push my hand away from the book, and it's now my hand is free.
And he says, "Wow, oh wow, that is really cool. We don't have a book like that. That's jot that down. Okay, you can pass."
I don't want this to seem like a bribe, but I also don't want to do anything wrong. This came out when you said that, and I handed him the half of a copper piece.
And the attendant that wrote that rhyme in your book happily takes the coin. He does a little bite for authenticity to see is this a real coin or not, and then takes his position at the back of the V.
And do you have a place I can wash my hands? It's been glued to that book for 5 days. I'd like to.
Oh, and you just put that coin in your mouth that was in his hand? That's gross.
Oopsie.
That is pretty gross. That's why we have, the new staff do that. If you're needing to get all cleaned up, you can certainly do so. I don't know if you're going to be staying long. You could get accommodations at the House of Rest. Otherwise, if you're looking to relax and need a bath, the bathhouse, you could get cleaned up there. If you're looking to get a drink, get some food, check out the Hearth.
Thank you, and I'll stroll in.
And just as the three of you that have been waved through already are kind of passing, you're kind of being kind of queued up by the gate. They're not like quite letting you through yet, but are letting you past the monks. And then the gate warden is looking at the remaining of you. I think Johnny maybe was in line, so to say.
Mm-hmm. He's like, I'm Johnny Britches, and I made this for you. See, I was in this big city. I can't even pronounce it right, and they had this document, and people were allowed to come in and look at it, but couldn't touch it. And there was guards there that would slap your hand or stab you through the chest if you tried to touch it. And so I made a copy. It's something I'm really good at. And, I think I did a real kind of job on this one.
You're telling me this is a forgery?
This is not a forgery. This is a copy because you cannot go there to see the document and come back. This is just a placeholder of a great document from somewhere else that you can have here.
Sounds like a forgery.
Oh, no. This is what you call a replica.
Oh.
You see, I even yellowed the edges with some fire just to make it look exactly the same. And now I don't claim that this is the original. It's not the original. So it is not a forgery. It is a replica.
We have nothing against forgeries here.
Oh well.
But it looks it looks to be in fine condition. And what did you say that this says?
I have no idea. I do not speak the language of these folks.
And where did you say you acquired this document? Or where did you acquire this copy, this replica?
I made it myself.
Forgery?
You know, I was in and out for a few weeks there. I'm not real sure.
Yeah.
Big city, horse heads on the front gate. It's all a blur.
Sure. Well, this this appears to be an emergency plan for the floor of whatever building that you acquired it for. It's
But
written in
it seemed
Gnomish.
protected. I thought it was some kind of declaration of sovereignty or just rules handed down by their god or something. I had no idea what it was. You're saying it's floor plans.
Just floor plans, and there's a hall there's a captain of the floor. That's fine. We'll take it. It's interesting enough.
That explains why there's so many squares on this paper.
I thought it looked like Gnomish.
Yeah, I can be next. So, here, and I'm gonna hand the recipe.
What font is this? Is this Wingdings? This looks like
No,
Wingdings.
no, it's called Alien Script.
Alien script.
Yeah.
Didn't we just hire a guy that knows alien script? So, what did you say? This was a recipe?
You could say that.
That sounds really cryptic. What is it?
It's a cryptic recipe.
It is. So it is. Oh, well. All right. Good enough for me.
I'm glad you like it.
Don't
eat
it to the
it.
guy. Wait. Why don't I want to eat it?
It's a cryptic recipe. Those rarely turn out to be what you think they are.
Oh, but I just got the text about curiosity, and I'm really thinking I'm going to dig into that after the first reader has had it. I might not be able to resist this. Can't you just tell me?
Sure. So I'll whisper it to you though, because I really don't want anybody else to know
Oh,
this.
hey. And he kind of waves the others like shoo, and
I'm gonna
gets
creep
into
up.
get a
I'm gonna
whisper.
get close.
Okay. So
Do a stealth check.
do a stealth check.
I'm doing a stealth check. I'm trying to listen.
for Tally.
I have disadvantage on that, so.
You're getting ready to whisper this message, and then Tally is just kind of right there, can't ignore that.
I can't really tell you this, but we're gonna be here probably for a while. If you don't mind, I'll come find you. I'll let you know.
Okay. So I'll wait to try out this recipe that I can't read. So last but not least, the gate warden Kalen is looking over at Aggie.
Right, it's my turn now. So I brought a couple options. I don't know what you have in your children's department, but we were weeding through, and I had a couple of extras of a couple of our favorite books. So there's this one, and she brings out a book, and it's got a green worm on it. It's about a worm that's very, very hungry, and he goes into a garden, and he gets really big, and then he transforms into a dragon at the end of it. So we've got that one. If you like that one, she puts that one back. And then there's this one. It's about a treant who really loves a human and gives him and gives him and gives him things. And then the human comes and kills the treant and makes his house out of him. It's a real tearjerker at the end.
Wow. That's a children's book?
I know. I always think that's a little weird too. Okay, and then there's this other one, and this one doesn't have a whole lot of words. It's sort of poetry. But the best thing about this one is that on every page there's a little tiny mouse, and you can find it, and it's so fun. But you just read it right when you want to go to sleep at night, and it talks about how nice everything is. And you say goodnight to all the things in your library. Good night, book. Good night, bed. and then you all go to sleep. But on every page, there's a little mouse you can find. So you have to decide which one you want, because I am
I want the
not going
book
to
with the
give you all
murderous
of them.
human that killed his friend and made a house out of him.
Okay. It's
Thank you.
called The Giving Treant.
Oh.
I like this one. Hands it to the person and kind of waves you past, and then you're kind of like corralled together, and then Kalen says, so I take it, just based on our brief interactions here, that you're all new to Candlekeep. So a couple of rules, okay? First of all, no fighting. It's a library, okay? Let's try to keep it down. No stealing. All right. No copying without permission. I'm looking at you there, sir, Mr. Britches.
I raised your hand. I have a question.
Yes.
You said without permission. How do we acquire permission to make copies?
Well, you'll have to submit. You'll also have to submit a request to the Master Sage.
Oh.
In writing, and
What's the Master Sage's name? And is there a form number that we need to know?
If you find a book that you need, you feel that you need to make a copy of, you could go to the House of the Binder and talk to him. He'd be able to help you out and get you connected with making that request. You could also go to the Emerald Door and make your intentions known. They'll be able to help you out.
Is it possible that there's a map that we might be able to have to guide us around this Candlekeep?
You realize you're not able to actually go inside the keep. You'll be staying in the Court of Air, and if you'd like, if you're needing to get books, we'll be able to assign you a runner to go and get all the materials that you need. And you'd be able to post up in the Pillars of Pedagogy and do some studying, do some reading, but really not so big once you get inside.
I see. You just don't want us walking around willy-nilly.
That's right.
That's my favorite way to walk.
Weren't we supposed to meet with someone officially for our designated purpose?
Yes, it's true. I'm going to go in my bag again, bring out my binder. His name is Sage Matrius. Sage Matrius. We have to talk to him about some curses.
Well, we don't
Please.
have any personnel of the keep here by that name. It could be that this person that you're looking for is a seeker, like yourselves.
Our records indicate that he's a renowned scholar of curses and their origins and ways to reverse them. Or perhaps there's another sage similar.
Well, it could be that they are, like you, someone that came here looking to obtain knowledge and are perhaps staying here at the keep. I could give you some suggestions about where you might find such a person. It could be that they're if they're a sage, if they're coming here to research. Certainly, it's possible that they have booked a study room at the Pillars of Pedagogy, so you could check there. If they've been here for some time, more than likely that they have a room at the House of Rest. And it could be that maybe they're enjoying a drink or a meal at the hearth.
Do you know if you guys here at the gate keep entry logs and exit controls? Like, you seem to write our name down when we came in. Do you keep records of who left?
Not who left, but who has arrived. We take record of all the donations that we get, along with the name of who donated it.
What do you do when there's a fire drill if you don't keep track of who leaves?
Does your book have the name Matrius in it?
You want to check that out, and then you can see the attendant is kind of flipping through the book and looking. After some time of flipping through, so they're flipping through, and Kaylin is. Can I get through like the last rule real quick here with y'all? The last rule is just no damaging, marking, or otherwise modifying any of the works. That's it. That's the last one. Did you find that name? And the attendant has just put their finger on it and says, "Yep, Matrius, looks like they came by so about a month ago.
I
So
haven't.
as you're walking through the gate, you'll realize almost immediately you literally don't need a map, because it's like one courtyard that you're confined to, and we'll pop up kind of what the floor plan looks like here. Perhaps if you were allowed to go into the library itself, you'd maybe need one, because it would be, especially on the interior of the Great Library, is a massive maze of corridors and hallways and such, but you're not there. You're here in the Court of Air, and as you're looking about, there's only a few buildings that like areas that you could travel to. Some of them had already been mentioned here by Kaylin. Almost immediately as you pass through, you can see the Bath and Steam House off to your left. You can see the House of Rest, which apparently is the inn where you could book a room for yourselves if you think you might be staying for more than the day. And right next to it, the Hearth, which is sort of the tavern and place where many of the seekers like yourself gather during the day and during the evenings. And then off to the right here, as you're coming in, you can see the Pillars of Pedagogy. And so these are the halls. These are where you could book a room for study. Anyone that's an outsider can book a room there. And you'd been asked by the man at the front gate if you needed a runner. And so there you could get a runner, somebody that could go into the library and fetch books and reference materials for you. Straight ahead, as you're coming in from the gatehouse, you can see that there's this enormous green emerald door that seems to be guarded by one of the monks. Seems to be the entranceway to go further into the great library.
House
Did you say
of
that
Rest.
the House of Rest? So you enter through the. It's like a two-story building. As you're coming in, there's a greeting station where a dwarven woman is seated in a kind of a plush chair. There's a balcony overhead and stairs leading up to it that seems to go to a number of guest rooms. And as you're coming in, the woman kind of stands up, stands at attention, and says, "Well, welcome to the House of Rest. Will you all be needing private rooms, or would the common rooms suffice?"
I think the common room is fine.
I think the common room is a good place for us to have stay together, stay some fun.
Tell me, excuse me, I'm sorry. Do they have music at next door?
They've been known to have some entertainment here and again. It's a little early for that sort of thing, but I'm sure if you make your way in there this evening, I'm sure they'll have a performance
Okay,
of some sort.
that sounds good. Do they ever have an open mic? Maybe.
Well, a lot of that times that's how these things start. Someone gets up on the stage and just starts strumming a tune, and well, either the crowd takes to it or they get booed off stage. So
Booed?
you can jeers, negative feedback.
No, I know what it means. Okay.
I wouldn't mind going along for that. It's been a while.
Nixa, I'll play along with you on my kazoo. We can play, and I can accompany you, and you can sing.
I can keep a beat.
So as she's taking your coin and such, she says, "So, what knowledge y'all seeking? What brings you to Candlekeep?"
I want to get through that emerald door and go willy-nilly.
We were looking
whoa.
for someone, and perhaps your kindness could help us.
I might be able to help you with that. Who is it that you're looking for?
His name is Matrius. He's a sage. That's all we really know about him, but we also know that he works with curses and removing curses in particular. And so we're just trying to find him, but they didn't know where he was at the front door.
Oh, well, he has a room here. He haven't seen him in some time. He's kind of bookish, older gentleman. Um, from what I hear,
Do you know what does he look like?
He's
Bookish
got
and
that-
older?
Yeah, I'd say so. What you would think, he kind of has a gray beard look about him, but not so sure. Well, yeah, he probably has a trick or two as it concerns spell casting. It's a very kind of strange way of talking. Little a little intimidated by him, I suppose, when he comes in here. But that's how it is with many of the folk that come in here seeking knowledge from the library. Older chap, beard, wears spectacles. Yeah, I spent a lot of his time, I think, in the. I think he's got a room in the Pillars of Pedagogy. He had a runner that was working for him. Who did he get assigned to him? And she's kind of scratching her head, trying to think back to who this person was that got assigned to him. She said, Oren. That's it. I think they had some kind of a falling out, the two of them. But Oren was the one that was going back and forth getting him his books.
Have you seen Oren?
He spends a lot of his time in the hearth.
What does he look like? I was just about to head to the hearth.
Well, he's taller, balding.
Taller than what?
And that doesn't mean much. I'm a halfling.
Well, I'm a dwarf, but so taller.
And you're taller.
Well, he's taller than me.
Is he taller than
You taller than me?
A little bit taller than you.
Okay. And what did you say his name was?
His name is Oren. Oren Glass.
All right, I'm gonna talk to this orange glass, and I'll meet you guys over there.
Wait, are you just looking for somebody named Oren who's taller than you?
I can't imagine there's many people in the hearth.
That
I imagine most people
really
are.
probably narrows it down.
All right.
I'm just gonna have a drink and look around and find a tall, balding man, and I assume that most people here are looking to reading books, and reading and drinking don't really work together. He said it was early. I assume there's just a handful of people there. I'm gonna go now. I'm pretty parched.
So are you all trying to head over to the hearth?
I'm
Already
not gonna-
walking.
You get settled into your rooms and whatnot, check them out before, and then you head out next door to the hearth. It's like late morning as you're walking in, so there's kind of the aromas of lunch and being prepared and whatnot. The tap room itself is just kind of a smattering of circular tables, and then a bar at the back. And there's kind of similar kind of layout, I guess, to the inn, balcony overhead. You just see there's kind of like doors kind of placed everywhere. Maybe they're private rooms and things like that, but a lot more doors than maybe you're used to seeing inside a tavern of this size. And there's maybe a dozen people in here, including the wait staff and things like that. So there's probably a couple of people that stand out to you right away as you're entering. We'll start with maybe the most obvious one. There is an ogre in the tavern, and the ogre is kind of over near the bar, kind of sitting by himself. Too large really to fit in any of the furniture and whatnot, but he's sitting and he's got a book out in his hands, and he just seems to be reading it and paging through it. the other notable thing about him, I suppose, is he seems to be wearing some kind of like a headband or circlet that sits atop his brow. There are some other tables of some people like enjoying themselves, having conversation, and drinks. There's another man though that you see, an older man who's just sitting by himself, and he's got a deck of playing cards that he's just kind of routinely. He's not playing with anybody, but he's just flipping cards up, and at times looking a little discouraged or frustrated with himself. But he's messing around with these cards. As you come in, human barkeep bellows out, "How can I help you?" and is ready to take your drink orders.
Yep, I want some of your strongest brown liquid you got in there. Whiskey? I don't know what you got. What do you got there?
One whiskey coming right up. How about the rest of y'all?
I would like something malty.
Okay.
I want something clear and not too much of an aftertaste.
Okay. You're all, in general, describing relatively what you're interested in. I can work with that. How about the rest of y'all?
I guess I'll take some whiskey too. It doesn't have to be top shelf. It could be, well, it's okay.
We got
I
one
could take
shelf.
Well, I'll take the whatever the cheaper side
I
is.
guess it's the top shelf then.
I'll buy
the
this.
bottom.
I'll buy this round.
And so you've all got beverage in hand.
Do my little whiskey. I'm gonna slam the glass down and be like, "All right, which one of you guys is Orin? We just want to talk to you, Orin. Is there an Orin in here?"
And the old man is just like with his cards saying, "I'm Orin."
Well, Orin, how's your drink looking over there? You need a fresh one?
Sure couldn't hurt.
All right, so signal the bartender that we both need more, whatever we're drinking. I'll take another whiskey, and it's gonna be like these fine folks have some questions. I wasn't really listening, but I know we need a guy named Orin. That's when I started walking over here.
What do you want with me?
Well, first I want to play some cards.
Hell yes, have a seat.
These guys
I've been
got
looking
some
for someone to play
questions
cards. No, play cards first, then we get to talking.
No, sir. We drink first, we talk for a second, and then we play some cards, because I'll do this all night.
He throws 5 silver in the middle and he says, "Too rich for you? Open in hand, 5 silver. What do you say?"
Too rich for you. Reach in my pocket and I slam my arm down, making sure that all the buckles on my body ring as I slap that money down.
All right, I'm in.
So, basically, we'll have... So if you're in right now in the starting pot, you'll put 5 silver in. That's like the opening bid. From there, we're going to roll 3 dice at intervals. So the first dice that you're going to roll will be a D8, and that's going to represent like one hand. And so after you roll that, it's secret. So I don't know if you have...
This should not be in Fantasy Grounds? This...
Yeah, not in Fantasy Grounds. So if you need to go and grab some dice or whatnot, go ahead. But the goal is to get the highest number. And it's going to be a D8, bet or fold, a D6, bet or fold, and then a D4. And then any, final bets that you want to do after that, you can. And then whoever has the highest number takes the pot then. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Throughout, you could do a skill check if you want to do like a sleight of hand and re-roll, like successfully get a sleight of hand check matched by his DC that I'm setting. If you make it, you could re-roll your die. If you don't make it, he catches you being a little sneaky, and it might alter your social interaction here with him. Tali, you're in, and
Yep.
Johnny, you're in.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So go ahead and roll your d8.
Oh, well, I got a hell of a hand here.
He checks.
Well, checking, huh? Well, I fear that this hand may end too fast. And I'm going to raise.
Then it would come around to Tally.
Oh gosh, no! I haven't gotten any donations in the old alms box recently.
I don't know what that means.
I can't afford that.
All right, Orange, let's see what you got.
Oren,
Playing along?
I like you. Yeah, 1 gold, a match. And then you can
All
roll your d6.
All I got is gold pieces, so I guess I'll put down another gold piece.
He very quickly matches that.
Well, seems like we do have ourselves a game.
All right, last hand is a d4.
I'm not really sure what I should do other than throw down the last 13 gold of my life, but I swear if you win this hand, you're buying me the next drink. I can't go thirsty after a hand like this. I'll slap down 13 gold.
He's first hand. You're gonna go 13 gold in on me? He's having.
Yes, sir.
That's all the cards for me. Well, it felt pretty good to play a little bit of cards. Nobody around here wants to play with old Warren.
I tell you, when these kids go to bed later, I'll throw down some hands. And
Well,
I'll play a little cheap for you.
Could we keep playing for like low stakes while we talk? I want to play some of the game, but my luck wasn't very good.
Sure. No more of this 13 gold thing. Let's put a cap on this.
Okay, I tell you what.
I work at a library.
Barkeep, can we break these gold coins here? I need some silver.
So you're playing some small stakes cards with him, having some drinks, and he seems like you've entertained him enough that he's a little bit less cranky and at least talking to you at this point. Tell me again, why are y'all seeking me out? What are you looking for me for? Why are you interested in me?
Oh, the lady at the inn said you were the runner for a guy we're supposed to find named, she also said you might not like him, but his name's Matrius.
Oh, damn right, I hate that guy.
Well, that's okay. We just need to find him.
Well, he's probably just holed up in his study over there across the way. He doesn't need me anymore. I ran his books for him for about a week or so, and I like to talk. I like to gab a bit. Clearly, he thought I asked too many questions, and he called me names I'd rather not repeat, and we split ways. I'm gonna check in with some people I haven't heard from. I'm wondering, Nixie, what you're up to.
Nixie has been sitting at the bar. She has been, she was kind of drumming along with the sounds of the drum being played, and she continued to ask, pretty much asking for shots, and she would kind of lean over to the bartender, go, "Would it be okay if I maybe performed sometime?"
Well, yeah, we get a crowd in here sometimes at night. I'm kind of without in between acts right now. Anyway, if you got a little something you want to come in here tonight, I can give you percentage of the proceeds of the profits.
I was just thinking maybe like right now, just so there's not that many people. I don't want to. I'm not trying. I just want to see what it's like.
Well, I think you might want to check with the little one here. He's pointing at the ogre.
Oh, okay.
I have no problems with it. This is just his reading time.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that. And I guess she'll head over as well.
Okay, Nixie and Johnny, you both make your way over there to where this ogre is reading this book, and he looks deeply engrossed in it. You can like hear little audible like gasps and like he's fully immersed in this book.
Excuse me.
Yes. How may I help you?
Hi, I saw the bartender asked me told me to ask you if it was okay maybe if I performed something. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Oh, is it like a spoken word or a
Just
little bit of
song.
poetry or
Maybe
a
a little song. Yeah.
Oh, I'm deeply engrossed in this tale.
That's why I figured I'd ask you first. I don't want to be rude.
Well, you know, because you asked so nicely, I could put this away for a little bit. I am an appreciator of the arts. Take it away. What is your? You said you have a little song. You're gonna sing a song? Do you play an instrument?
Yeah. I've been practicing. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I just figured. I mean, I'm here and I wanted to give it a try.
Well, absolutely. I'm all ears. Take it away. You have my full
Okay.
attention.
Okay. Well, I don't want. You didn't have to give me your full attention. I just wanted to ask if it was okay if I sing.
Go on. Go on.
Breath.
Is gonna start hyperventilating, and she is going to sit down. I don't. Never mind. It's okay. Never mind. It's okay.
It's fine. Go ahead. Sing it. Sing us a song.
No. I'm done. It's okay.
No, do your
Hey,
song.
next time
Do your
later, I'll
song.
do it later. It's okay.
Show us a song.
I can't. She's starting to like have a all-out panic attack, so she's
Hey.
sitting down. She's not going to be doing it.
Hand you a bag so that you can breathe into
Thank
it.
you.
Just take a deep breath.
Well, that is very disappointing. I was looking forward to that. And you can see the ogre pulls his book back up. A book that has its title impressed upon the leather binding on the cover, and it says Storm King's Thunder.
Oh.
I see Nixie. I see Nixie sitting down, and I walk over and Nixie,
Yeah.
are you okay? You seem like you're having a rough go.
I mean, with fighting it's not a problem. I just wanted to see what it was like, and I took my chance, and I can't do it. It's okay. No, it's okay. No problem.
What about what instrument were you going to sing, or were you going to play your instrument?
Well, I was gonna sing.
And is it a song that everybody knows, or a song that you wrote?
I didn't write it. It's by Ziggy. It's by
Ziggy Lauper? Yeah. Okay, I know most of Ziggy's songs.
You do?
So yeah. So I'm thinking maybe I'll go up on kazoo and start us off, and then you can join in, and maybe Noki, maybe you can drum along, give a little beat.
I'll keep the beat.
That would be all right, right? Which song is it?
It's
Tieflings Just Want to Have Fun.
no, it's
I know that's the popular
it's
one.
girl. Yeah, no, it's tieflings just wanna moon age daydream.
Daydream.
Okay.
It's got a tough backbeat.
Yeah, It's like two. It's like two. I know sometimes they say it sounds like it's two songs in one, but I kind of like it.
I know it. Okay. Okay. So I'll go up. Barkeep, we're gonna do a little trio. Is that all right with you?
I have no problems with any of this as long as little one, you cool with this? And he just like gives a thumbs up. He's given up on like seeing a performance. He's just reading the book now.
They're never going to do it.
Is there a stage?
Yeah. There's a small stage.
Okay.
All right.
I go up on the stage.
Okay, she'll go and
Orin and little one, thank you for having us. We are going to be performing a song. And I start on my kazoo.
I'm an alligator. I'm a motherfucker. I'm a worker. I'm a rock and roll bad boy. Come on, shot. Smoking like a big monkey bird. They just wanna have fun.
okay, all done.
Little one is standing, has put book under his arm and is clapping. The bar keeps clapping. Oren's just playing his cards, but he has picked up like a fork or something, and he's just hitting like the side of his empty glass. You're not sure if he's trying to get Johnny's attention for another round, or if he's actually enjoying the music, but you're getting a reaction.
She sits there for a second. She does a quick bow and then runs out of the bar.
Yeah.
So
Okay. We need to find this guy.
it's probably about noon at this point. Several of you are half in the bag from all the whiskey you've imbibed.
I'm going to go tap Orin on the shoulder. I just wanted to say thank you for giving us the information. You said he's at the Pillars. Is there any particular guidance that we need in order to find his specific room?
Well, I could take you there if you like.
Well, I like that plan a whole lot.
Yeah.
Well, I was real pissed at the way he treated me. I've been holding all his mail. I was probably go deliver it for him.
Yeah, we would appreciate that.
We could make you a deal. If you take us there, we could call him names.
Yeah, I would like that. He big egghead. He thinks he's so smart, treating us common
We could try to
folk.
come up with some really good ones.
Yeah,
I
really
don't do
make it
vicious.
hurt.
I don't do vicious mockery of any variety. It's
Well, it
not very
doesn't-
kind.
They could be funny names without being vicious.
All right. We can mock, just not viciously.
And he takes you across the courtyard over to the Pillars of Pedagogy, and he takes you into one of them. And inside there's kind of a spiral staircase that leads to all sorts of different levels where there are study rooms and things like that. Due to the fact that Matrius and Oren sort of have had a falling out, Oren isn't so eager to get in there and see him himself, but he does point out the room to you all, and at that point splits ways with you all. Entering into the room that was Matrius's study.
Does he give us the mail? Sorry, just for starting conversations with this guy.
Sure, he gives you this big bundle. It's all twined up. Big. He'd been hoarding his mail for some time. Apparently in some effort to I'm going to show him that he not having any power really to hold anything over this sage's head. That's what he chose.
10 letters from Goldenfield.
A bunch of letters from the Emerald Enclave wants to reach out to you to consult. As you're coming into this study room in the Pillars of Pedagogy, You take stock of the fact that it is empty of the matrius that you were looking for. There are some bookshelves and things like that in here. Most of them are pretty scarce. They look like maybe they're more the thing to kind of temporarily hold books while they're being perused and then likely get taken back to the Great Library. There's a large large oaken table in the middle of the room with a couple of chairs sitting around it, and sitting open on the table. There's a number of books kind of stacked up around, but there's one book that is sitting right in front of the chair that's sort of slightly a kilter from the table and is open.
Well, I'm going to go look at that.
So you move forward and looking into the pages of the book, it looks like there's some notes, and probably if you're a rule follower, you'll recognize that one of the rules was not to write in any of the books, but there are some notes and things that have been scrawled in ink in the margins, as well as I don't know, it almost looks a little maddening. Like some of the letters are kind of circled and there's like lines to others. But it looks like somebody has worked out some kind of code or something here, as it seems that all these letters that have been circled, you can see it looks like the person that was working this out was trying to find different combinations and had written a number of them in the margins, scratched them out until finally there's one that isn't scratched out, and it is the word scepter.
He wrote in this book. Oh,
Well, this is what happens when you break the rules. Apparently, you get disappeared.
Oh my gosh.
so angry.
Wait, so he's not here?
Now we really need to find him because he needs to replace this book.
But if he got disappeared already, I think he's been punished.
But the book is still here and damaged. He needs to pay the repair fee.
Yeah, that does seems kind of weird because I would think that after all of the emphasis on the rules as we were coming in, that they wouldn't just let you get off as lightly as you're vanished without having to pay a fine.
You know, I've met people who've been banished by people and they went to a whole different place. Banishing has two different kinds of connotations, I think. Do you think they just kicked him out? Or do you think they banished him?
Like to another dimension or something?
I don't know. We didn't ask what the punishment was. We just found out the rules and found out permission how to break the one rule.
So what book is it that he's writing in?
Can we read the writing?
Just on the open-faced page.
Mm-hmm.
Make an Arcana check.
Oh, I'm good at those.
Me too. You know what? Have you read the book that's about well, actually, I was reading a book on banishment. I wonder if this book is about that. Maybe that's how he disappeared.
So as you're looking at this page, it appears to be some theory craft about spells, sort of like Leomund's tiny hut, like spells that kind of warp and transform space and expand it.
Johnny, hand me a dagger.
Oh, dagger, huh? Okay. Well, which one of these do you want?
Oh, I don't care.
I'll spin it around like I'm giving you the non-pointy end.
I appreciate that. I
Be
don't
careful
want
with this beauty.
I'm just going to use it to pick up the book and look and see if I can read a title on the spine.
You don't see a title on the spine per se, but picking it up, you probably catch a glimpse at the cover. I'm going to flip this over so the audience can see this too. But it is a very finely bound tome, and it's got this image imprinted on it of a kind of a arcane looking figure with bald head.
This is a creepy book.
I think it's probably the rye, but I recognize this guy's face. I've been to Waterdeep, and in fact, I don't really want to see this guy's face. I'm going to flip the book so I can't see his face anymore because he is not a person I really want to see.
You know that he is not from Faerun, though he is shown as a face here a number of times, and a number of spells actually he is said to be the father of, many of which kind of pair up with some of what
Sort of like Leomond, only worse.
Yeah.
Does he have a name?
Mordenkainen.
They have a book of his in the stacks at my library. Oh, I never went up there because it's in the adult section, but I've heard amazing things about that book. Like, it has such creepy stuff in it. It's way creepier than The Giving Treant. Way creepier. It's got all sorts of spooky stuff in it about like disappearing and ooh.
Does it have anything about scepters?
As soon as you say that, this like portal opens up, and you just see this kind of like, it's almost like purple miasma, like kind of Rick and Morty style. Like, this thing is just like shot open, like within feet of the book. Probably, it's like 5 feet tall, 3 feet wide, and just kind of all you could see is just kind of this like this psychedelic kind of scene.
Okay,
inside.
I was going to ask why that word was important, but I think I figured it out.
Well, we have a strange situation here. Maybe we should, one of us should,
Well, I'm not sure that dying crops is worth going through that door.
Well, you see, I imagine that there's some really important items. I imagine quite honestly, there's some weird shit on the other side of there.
The purpose of doors is to go through them.
Yeah,
I have an
that's what
idea.
I'm trying to say.
I cast Mage Hand, and I push the hand through the door to see what happens to it.
You watch it as it passes through. It just kind of like, as it's hitting kind of that barrier, you just see it like kind of like if you held it in there just halfway, you'd have half a hand that's through the opaque color.
I put it down to the bottom of the miasma as far as it will go.
I'm going to toss Johnny's dagger through it.
My Mage Hand
Okay.
tries to catch it.
So, are you
Through my
so
dagger.
just so I can understand? Are you pushing the hand all the way through?
Like to like here.
Okay, so as it comes down, as soon as it gets down to like kind of the edge, it doesn't seem like it presses down any further.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't cut the hand in half or anything like that. It just stops. Like, there's a barrier there and it can't go any further.
Got it.
And it's raised up a little bit, so it's not flush with the floor on your side. It's kind of just hovering about a foot.
I mean, I guess the Mage Hand I can't really feel with, so I wouldn't be able to tell if there was anything on the other side, right?
Yeah,
Like if I tell
think
it to like tap the ground, I wouldn't be able to feel it.
you wouldn't be able to sense that exactly. You could
Okay.
like hear if it makes a sound or
Okay.
something.
I look over at Tally and I say, if you had handed it to me, we could have got it back without having to go back through the miasma.
I just have to make sure. You know what? I'm just gonna. Why don't we just tie a rope around my waist, my shocking abs, and I'll just go through there, retrieve my Dagger.
Are you guys really going to go through there?
I'll
Let
let
him
you
tell
know if the mysteriosity guy is there.
If you come back.
I just really want to know what's over there.
Are you going to tie the rope around one of you at least?
Yeah,
So
right.
as you're having this conversation, you're noticing, probably Aggie, since you got the mage hand there, you're noticing it's kind of closing.
Nope, no time. I'm just running in.
All right, so
I grab his ankle with the mage hand and let it go through with him.
Okay, so Johnny, you head in.
Yep.
Okay, is anyone else going?
I'm going to go too.
Yeah, I'm going.
Oh, okay.
I'll hold a rope for now.
Was sent here to find this person, and he probably has gone through this thing. He's probably sitting in a rocking chair with more whiskey, waiting for us.
Can we hear him?
I'm sorry. Have you?
I'm on this side.
You're
he's
staying
on that
out?
side.
You didn't hear
For
any of
now,
that?
just for a couple seconds. Can I
Okay.
hear him?
As he passes through, you cannot hear him.
Okay.
So sorry, I'm trying to get stock of who's gone in. Is Aggie the only one on the outside? I'm going to assume Carter goes in as you're starting to close.
I'm just holding a rope for now. I think everybody else went in.
Okay.
Yes.
I would say you could probably sense you're not going to have a lot of time to make this decision. You got near probably 30 seconds if it keeps closing at the rate that it is.
Right. Does my mage hand, do I sense it disappearing? It has a 30-foot range.
I think is it a concentration spell?
No, it's just a cantrip.
Okay.
A conjuration cantrip.
You probably don't have a sense of it exactly.
Okay.
I'm gonna give the rope a friendly tug.
Okay, nobody's dead. Okay. I'm coming. Okay.
So you pass through, and on the other side, as you all get in, you're feeling that you're in some kind of a hallway or something. You turn back to look at kind of the portal, and it is pretty quickly kind of closing in, and behind it, it seems like right where it's closing seems to be a set of double oaken doors. And as you're looking up and down this hallway where you find yourselves, it's giving you kind of the sense of like some kind of lavish building of some kind. There are portraits on the walls. There are seems like outward facing windows kind of to your backs as you're coming into this space. With drapes and such covering them, and the whole hallway is kind of lined with doors up and down. I'll pop a map up here so you can kind of get a sense of the space. The ceiling here arches up about 15 feet overhead, and the hallways stretch out to either side. You kind of get the sense around the corner here. Looks like the bottom landing of a stairway going up. As you're coming to here, you can see like sitting crouched down right in front of you is an old man. He's clutching like this statuette in his hands. It looks like he's like sleeping. He's just laying on the ground and he's like kind of holding this thing, almost like propping his head up on it. He seems to be fast asleep as you're...
I'm gonna check to make sure he's just sleeping.
Yeah, give me a medicine check. The rest of you, as you're kind of here in the hallway, you're looking back and like from your vantage point, it doesn't look like that portal is closing quite as fast on this side as it seemed like it was when you were in the study room. It's still there.
Does the man in front of us have a beard and spectacles, and does he look old?
All of these things are true. With a 23, you can tell that he is very much alive and sleeping.
I'll turn and put my finger to my lips. He's sleeping.
I feel like this is an awfully weird place to take a nap. I'm gonna look at the thing he's holding.
He's old.
It is. It sort of looks like a carving of like a kind of like a monstrous looking thing. It's got wings, kind of tucked into its frame. It's kind of got this like kind of devilish looking face, and a little kind of barbed tail. But tucked in. It's a statue, so it's like kind of the tail is kind of tucked in tight to its body.
Nixie, you have a tail, right?
Uh-huh.
Doesn't this look a little bit like your tail? Isn't it cute?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess it's kind of cute. She's gonna go and move her tail around. I guess so.
I think maybe we should try and like just see if he'll let go of it while he's sleeping.
Or we could just wake up. Wake up.
I'm gonna tug on the statue while she's doing that.
Who's there? Oh, trying to take my treasure?
Oh no, I just wanted to look at the tail.
Oh, go ahead and take a look if you must.
Look, it's just
Quite a
like
wondrous thing.
Are you Matrius?
I am.
Where did you get your
whom-
fun little statue?
Well, I found it here in this amazing this house, which must have belonged to Vistandia.
This who?
I presume you must have read her book too if you were here.
We know all about her scepter.
Oh, right. You found the password.
We really don't know anything about her scepter.
Oh, well.
Just that was an important word.
Well, I'll tell you all about it. But I've been waiting for somebody to say the word, and with the portal open like this, I think we should take our leave. I'll tell you all about it in Candlekeep. Can I have my statue back, please?
Sure. And I start walking towards the door. Come on! And I jump through the portal with the statue.
Nixie will try
The
to help out the
portal.
old man.
Oh God! All right.
Uh-oh.
No, this is big. Uh oh.
We
So
broke
the
it.
portal snaps shut, and you all probably hear some kind of a scream.
Oh, no.
Oh
I
my
love
God.
this game.
Okay. Here we go. We're gonna do it. So we're gonna be rolling initiative.
Okay.
Oh, no.
I really enjoyed Nixie.
And so, Aggie, you come back like as you are coming through the portal, like you feel it snap shut as soon as you jump through, and the statue comes alive,
Oh,
and this impish creature is now flying about the room, and just like a cat that you just dropped in the bathtub, and is ready to just like rip into your face.
Oh no! It's okay. It's okay. Okay.
So the first thing it does is it attempts to sting you with that tail. And a 16 will hit.
Mm-hmm.
It deals 6 points of damage. And then I'll let you hit the button here. Constitution saving throw. Remember you have rerolls.
Okay.
Would you like to?
No!
Reroll.
Reroll. I'm gonna reroll my natural one.
Use it.
Okay. 10.
Okay.
I want to reroll again.
One reroll.
Yep.
Yeah. So you do all hear for a brief moment that blood curdling scream, and then silence almost immediately after.
Oh no.
And the old man is just like,
She took my statue.
Can I grab him and say, how do we get out of here?
The door's open, right? Or has the portal slammed shut?
It slams shut as soon as she jumped through with the statue.
Oh.
Think I'm dead, guys. Think I'm dead. Have fun. I'll watch.
Keep dying.
Yeah, we don't know what happens with the imp. That's where the scene closes. Just disaster as you grab the statue and jump through the portal. So the rest of you inside the mansion are not sure what just happened. All you know is that the portal went and shut.
I have grabbed. Nucky has grabbed Maestress. Just, I don't want to see this again. How do we open the portal?
I wish I didn't. I don't know. Go from the other side. We could wait. That's what I did. I just waited for some time, and then you showed up.
Months.
It's been months.
But you didn't actually go back. You're still with us here. So, who's gonna rescue us?
That's the problem. Say the word? Scepter. Scepter. Aggie. Say scepter.
Is it a different word on this side of the door?
Well, I don't know. I just got here. We should look around.
You've got a number of doors in the hallway. There's one that's right in front of you from the entranceway, and then basically from there are 3 doors down the left-hand hallway. To the right, 3 doors down that way, and then there's the staircase that leads up. I'll go to this view for the benefit of the folks on Twitch.
And for me, I can't see anything.
And for
just one giant black screen.
I'm gonna go through a door.
Yeah,
Go
I'm
through
gonna
the
go through
door right
another
in front of
door.
us.
you open this door up, and the entire far wall of the room is just a floor-to-ceiling bookshelf. There are more books resting on several large scarlet armchairs and small wooden tables, and there are several paintings on the walls. You see a fluffy black cat is curled up in one of the chairs, sleeping soundly.
Yep.
I'm going to go in and look at books and see if there's any that look like the one that got us here.
Go ahead and make an investigation check. As you're going around, you're looking for some. There's no book in here that looks quite as notable, I guess, as that book with Mordenkainen's face on it. However, as you're poking about the books and reading some of the titles on the spines and things like that, there's one book that kind of catches your eye, and in fact, it is a book with the letter I. Is the only thing on its spine. It's very kind of large, almost like I don't know. You might not be sure if is this like the letter I, is it a Roman numeral for 1? Not sure, but it doesn't have a description on it itself.
That seems important. I will pull it out.
So you pull, it's a leather-bound tome. You pick it up. You flipping through it at all?
I'm going to look around, look at the whole thing first, but if there's nothing more that I'm going to see on the outside of it, then I will take a look inside.
As you flip through the pages, there is no writing actually inside. All the pages are blank.
Well, this book is terrible.
If I follow her in, which I would like to do, here, and can you give me the book? I'm not going to write anything on the book. I'm just going to dip the pen. I'm dipping the pen and just look. I'm going to just, it's not writing, just accidentally dropping some ink on the book.
doing a little Harry Potter, get some ink on that page, see if something
See if
happens.
anything
Okay.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah, you drop some ink on the page parchment. The paper seems to absorb it and take it in, but you just have kind of an ink smudge there in the center of the page.
Okay, well, the ink's still there. What the heck? Open the portal. Period.
You write that as a
Underline.
sentence in there.
Yes.
You do so. You don't see any effect. You check out in the hallway. What you were hoping for does not happen, not transpire.
It was worth a shot.
All right, I'm just gonna go in the other room, the next room to the left.
Okay. Sure. You go and you check out, open up that door, and you see a room that contains a battered wooden mannequin in a weapon rack, holding staves, daggers, and swords. All of it is lit by indigo tinted light streaming through a window on the far side. You also see that kind of moving about the room. The floor here is stained and scorched, and there is a broom that is hovering in the air, kind of sweeping the floor by itself.
We're a place that doesn't want violence. They sure have a lot of violent weapons around. I want to go try to stop the broom just to see what happens.
As you're moving towards the broom, the old man is like, "Hey, I wouldn't mess with that if I were you."
Oh, okay. I just want to see how it works. I'm just gonna grab it.
The broom, like, make a strength athletics check. Yeah, the broom like yanks you down to the floor. Nixie, where were you?
I was in the other room. I think I might be kind of hanging out with the old man. I was about to maybe ask a few questions.
Okay, so he's there. He was trying to give the warning. So you see this. You see Johnny get pulled to the ground.
Okay. Well, he told you not to touch it. Sometimes people have to learn the hard way, I guess.
I'm not injured. I just want to try it out.
That's okay. That's the end of my turn.
The broom is gonna give you a couple of whaps. A 19 to hit, 6 points of damage, and 19 points, or 19 to hit for 5 points. So you just see him just bam, bam, the broom. And then the broom is just like scooting him towards the door.
Oh, I guess he learned his lesson, huh? It's not my turn, so I'll have to wait.
We could be outside of initiative. Here.
Okay, I go to try to stabilize him somehow.
Okay, medicine check.
Wake up! Wake up!
So if I heard the thumping, I would come and check, and I can then heal.
Yep.
Yes,
so you we'll just say for the sake of this, by the time you get over there, you just
Dixie
see
is shaking him.
Yeah. There's a broom that's kind of like pushing him out the door, and it's a confusing looking scene that you're coming.
So I will just walk up to Johnny and cast Cure Wounds.
So I wake up with the shaking process and the being murdered with a broomstick process, being swept around. I'm starting to look disheveled. My chiseled chin is hanging off to the side by a piece of rope. My nice tan skin has been smudged. My wig is off. My hat is attached to the wig. So the wig is off. And clearly I was wearing a disguise kit to look like a cool guy. And I'm just like, oh, this isn't good. well, old Johnny Britches isn't as handsome as you think. And he just takes the hat and wig and just throws it. And he's kind of a balding guy on his own and just average looking guy, but not the super handsome guy he was pretending to be.
Well, now I just don't know what to believe.
Are you just
Also, one of my daggers just broke in half. Like,
You're lying.
I'm just a fraud of a person.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize that you were that weak. I apologize.
Yeah, yeah, Johnny Britches is not even my real name. My real name is Jonathan Reginald Bridgewater.
I like the other name better. If I could remember that a little easier.
Yeah, I agree. Please continue to call me
Bridges
Johnny.
seemed like a strange name.
Yeah, well, yeah. I was going by Johnny Britches far before I turned into this, and I just started wiping off the makeup and the cheekbone enhancing blush and just ripping it all off.
You're live.
Yeah, I look like a fraud. I look like a fool.
I didn't know who you were prior to meeting you, so I'm okay with it.
Not disappointed.
I think right
dust myself
there
and stand up.
is probably where we're going to call it. I don't want to go too. We've had a number of technical things, and I don't want Carter to be too lost, and we gotta figure out what we're gonna do with Aggie. So we got some pieces here to figure out for our next session. But we're stuck inside the extra dimensional house here. So I think we've got it figured out. I don't know if we had 100% confirmation, but in 2 weeks we'll be picking this up again, I believe, on April 2nd. So thanks everyone for hanging out with us here. This was one of our Patreon games where we play a game with the people that are supporting the channel. So we thank all of you for playing. Thanks everyone for hanging out in the audience. If you want to come and hang out with us in between the streams, please do so by joining our Discord server. I will pop the link to join Discord in the Twitch chat there. D Emerald, you're going to be running this tomorrow. Okay. Well, maybe throw some skill checks in there if someone grabs the statue. Try to slow that process down. In hindsight, this is where it's like, oh, what could I have done? Shit. But yeah, so yeah, gotcha. Yeah. So thanks everyone. We got some other games happening this weekend. Tomorrow morning we have Corey's Eberron session will be at 9 a.m. I believe we've also got Kingmaker then tomorrow night. Mm-hmm. Not 100% sure on that. They have an off week at some point this month. I don't remember when it was though. And then Sunday we've got Call of Cthulhu on Sunday night. So come back and check out all the things this weekend. And we'll see you all soon. Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.